This is the Cowboy Trail, Highway 22, a 700-kilometer stretch running through the heart of Alberta. Nestled between the Rocky Mountains and the open prairies, this road winds through high ranching country, starting down south in a town called Cardston and stretching all the way north to Mayerthorpe. The trail follows through rolling foothills, past cattle ranges, rustic little towns, and wide open grasslands. And it's more than just a highway. It's one of Alberta's most scenic drives, where the prairies meet the Rockies.
And that's what we're gonna do today. We're gonna follow this trail all the way to the end. We got a few surprises, a few attractions, food. I'm kind of sick and I got 2 hours of sleep, but in case I drive off a cliff, my boy Josh is here with me today. He's gonna take the trail to the very end with me, and look at this view. Gorgeous, and there's a car coming, so I think we just hit the road. What do you say, Josh?
I think that sounds good.
Pretty good? Good enough.
Wandering down the highway, I'm always on the go, searching for those hidden gems, places you don't know. Oh, the wandering series, from roadside wonders to towns off the track, I'm finding all the magic, and I ain't looking back. It's the wandering series, wandering high and low, let's hit the road and go.
Beginning the trip, I somehow lost the opening part of the journey, though honestly, you didn't miss much. So let me just quickly recap the plan, where we're starting and where we're going. Now, technically, if you want to do the entire Cowboy Trail, it starts down in Cardston, the Mormon capital of Canada, then winds its way up through Pincher Creek and on to Ludwig Falls. But I've already covered most of those places. Cardston has its entire own video, and Pincher Creek and Ludwig Falls were part of the Lost Lemon Mine adventure. If you're curious about those, you can check out those episodes. The only spot I haven't really shown is Twin Butte, which just kind of has a really good Mexican restaurant. But for this time, we had to skip it because we've got a 6-hour drive ahead of us to reach our final destination for the day, the town of Rocky Mountain House. And of course, we'll be making a few stops along the Cowboy Trail along the way. So for this trip, I decided we'll start right at the very beginning of Highway 22. Skipping over the parts we've already seen, and from here, it's about an hour drive to our first stop, Longview. This is Longview. It's a small village and our first stop along the Cowboy Trail. The name actually comes from the Long brothers, who were set up nearby and had, well, a long view from the post office. Pretty clever. But Longview also has a nickname, Little New York. And not too far away, there is an oil boom town called Little Chicago, now known as royalties because of the boom money from the first oil well. And there was even Little Philadelphia right next door. And you might be wondering why all these Canadian towns were named after American cities, and the reason is pretty simple. A lot of the oil workers back then were American. Makes sense. And while Little Chicago and Little Philadelphia have long since disappeared, Longview is still here. And not too far from this town sits the O Ranch, one of the oldest ranch brands in Canada. Founded back in 1883 by Orville Hawking Smith, a mule skinner, and Lafayette French, a familiar name if you've seen my video on the Lost Lemon Mine. But besides history, we're stopping here for one thing in particular, the Longview Jerky Shop. Supposedly, this place makes legendary beef jerky, perfect for a long road trip. It's so good, in fact, that Clint Eastwood had it special ordered to the set of The Unforgiven, which was filmed nearby. So I had to try it, but there was a problem.
That we've got beef jerky that Clint Eastwood really liked. Like, I've got no idea.
Well, what's the most popular one, would you say?
Well, the original is what started the company,
Okay.
and then the flavors have expanded from that.
Josh, do you want to get one? Do you see one?
I'm thinking about that sweet, if they have like a small bit.
Sweet heat.
What did you say, $8?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna buy this one right here.
You're gonna buy the big one? Okay. Wow. This one says Sweet Sensations, and it has like candy. Kind of curious. Kind of looks like skin or something. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna get two because I think we do have a little bit of camping tonight as well. So I'm just like something to munch on. But I think that's pretty good.
$15.
I'm on debit. And you guys been open since 1979?
Yep.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yep.
Wow.
And it's into third generation now. The granddad started it, and it's the son and the grandsons that are running
Oh.
it now. Pretty soon they're going to be starting on the fourth generation.
Oh, wow.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too. Take care. All right. Oh. Should we try it out, Josh? Or I could just open the traditional one that started it. But we should get away from copyrighted music. Fourth generation. I think that's actually pretty good for Canada. Third generation. So what would that be? 1870 or 1979? I don't know. Three generation. I'm thinking like 300 years.
300?
Well, I'm thinking like 100 each generation, but I don't think it works like that.
I think, weirdly and counterintuitively enough, that a generation is actually like 20 or 30 years.
Oh, really?
Might be wrong, but that's what I think it is.
I've always been thinking like it's 100 years for a generation. Well, that sounds better. That sounds right. We are walking the other way, so the guy had chickens, like in his front lawn somewhere. These are free roam chickens. I love chickens. Look at that. Oh, buck, 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 buck. I don't think you can do this in the city.
Just having chickens.
Just having chickens. I love it. I love chickens. It's my favorite animal.
There's a pig right there.
Oh, hey there, little guy. Oh. See, you can't have this in the city. Look at this rootin' tootin' cowboy. Blue Sky Motel Cowboy. I guess that's the Blue Sky. Abandoned though. You want to buy a hotel? It'd be like Bates Motel. Do you know what Bates Motel is? No, okay. I'm gonna sit Josh down in front of a TV. I'm just gonna say you're not leaving until you watch all these shows. It's gonna take like a few months.
That would take a lifetime, honestly.
I think that's sort of kind of it for Longview. That's pretty nice actually. You know, a lot bigger than I thought. I thought it was just like the jerky shop and like a restaurant. How are we gonna try this jerky?
Maybe we can find something over there, or like a park nearby on a map.
We can go hang out at the school.
Oh, yeah, the school would probably be.
I guess I kind of opened it already. This is Longview's original jerky. I'm surprised they don't know like Clint Eastwood. I'm gonna have to look that up. I swear Clint Eastwood or someone really liked their jerky.
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
This is sweet heat. Pioneer style. It's pretty good.
I'm glad you can open yours. The original Longview jerky restaurant. Yeah, not too bad.
Want to try a piece of this?
Yeah, you want to try the original?
Sure.
What, sweet and spicy?
Sweet heat.
Sweet heat.
This original stuff, other than being maybe a tad salty, it's pretty good.
Really good jerky, but it's not my favorite. That goes to when I went down to Arizona, Sedona. They had camel jerky, and camel was like, it was the best thing I ever had. What are you gonna give the jerky shop here, Josh?
I'll say 4.
4? You know, I'm pretty happy with a solid 4, too. What do you say, Josh? Should we move onwards?
Onwards.
Upwards?
Sounds good to me.
Are you hungry?
I could use some breakfast.
We can go for some breakfast, and I know just the spot for that, Josh.
Looking forward to this.
Funny enough, this next part was totally unintentional, but the Longview School, which we just stopped at just to try the beef jerky, well, actually it turned out to be the school from the movie Interstellar, a critically acclaimed film and honestly a really good one if you haven't seen it. There's a scene where Cooper drives up to the school and you can see the Longview name on the building, which is a pretty cool connection. Alberta actually had a decent amount of filming for Interstellar, along with a bunch of other movies too, which makes running into spots like this kind of a surprise bonus along the trip. Now, leaving Longview behind, it was just a quick half-an-hour drive to our next stop, the town of Diamond Valley. But for our journey along the Cowboy Trail, we should probably take a second to explain why is it called that. Well, back in the late 1800s, this foothill region was prime open range, a perfect place for ranching once law and order arrived with the Northwest Mounted Police in July of 1874. By the 1880s, huge cattle ranches started to define the area's identity. Alberta's very first big ranch, the Cochrane Ranch, was set up in 1881 near modern day, well, Cochrane, and that opened the door for even bigger outfits like the Bayou Ranch in 1882, which operated under the federal grazing lease program. At its peak, the Bayou stretched over 160,000 acres. These open-range ranches introduced Alberta to the cowboy way of life, roundups, cattle drives, and the rodeo traditions that still live on in the communities along Highway 22. Ranching was, and still is, a cornerstone of life here, and that's why the name Cowboy Trail was chosen, to celebrate their western ranching heritage. This is Diamond Valley, though technically this town didn't even exist until January 1st of 2023. Before that, there were two separate towns, Turner Valley and Black Diamond, but they decided to join together and become one, and today we're on the Turner Valley side. Sorry Black Diamond, but we're in a bit of a rush. Now, Alberta is known for a few things. One of them is oil, and you can thank Turner Valley for that one because it was an oil boom town back in the day and home to Western Canada's very first commercial oil field discovered in 1914. The Turner Valley gas plant kept running until 1985, and after it shut down, the site was protected as one of Alberta's provincial historic resources in 1989, later becoming a National Historic Site of Canada in 1995. This place was really the starting point of Alberta's oil and gas industry, a huge piece of the province history. They do tours of the old site and all, but we don't really have time for that today. We're here for something else. One of Canada's most popular restaurants, a spot I always see popping up on travel websites and even featured on the Canadian Food Network series You Gotta Eat Here.
This is what we're after here, Josh. Look at this. Did you almost call it a calf? People are gonna hang you.
I was calling it a calf because you're calling it a calf. But
Did I call it a calf?
yeah.
Oh, there's an Alberta Cowboy Trail. I've been wanting to stop at one of these signs, and I'm glad this one's like right here. But I see this place on like every top 10 lists of places you gotta eat in Canada.
Oh wow, is that good?
Apparently it's really good. So I think that's what we're gonna do. It's a really sick backdrop. I think this is an original barn too.
Oh really? It's a barn.
It was a barn, yeah. The building was an original
Yeah,
barn.
there was a house here with a squatter,
Oh really?
and they had to, the only way to get him out was to demolish the building,
Oh wow.
and they got a deal on a load of wood, and when they erected it, they went, huh, it looks like a Chuckwagon, and the name stuck,
That's how you got it.
and that's how the name is.
It's very fun. Maybe it wasn't about
A barn, yes. Squatting in a barn.
I don't think you could do that these days.
Think?
Kick them off, like tear it down.
Oh yeah, you can.
I don't think you could.
Yeah, there's so many protections on them, and it's like, oh my goodness, what do you?
Yeah.
It's like,
I like their way. You just tear it down. Like, okay, you're gonna stay here?
Yeah, you can keep saying
Now the menu all looks pretty good, but I came here for one thing, their bennies. And wow, this looks amazing. And for those who don't know, a benny is just short for Eggs Benedict, served with a creamy hollandaise sauce made of egg yolk, melted butter, and lemon juice. But here it's served on a flaky croissant instead of an English muffin. And I went all in with the upgrade, topped with another Alberta staple, AAA Alberta beef, with a side of homemade grilled hash browns. Josh went with a sweeter root and ordered the buttermilk pancake served with butter and syrup. Now the waitress did put me on the spot though,
No, I haven't.
I'm gonna stay right here with you.
hovering beside me as I took my first bite. So I'm just hoping I like it.
Get a perfect one. You need egg, poultry, and meat.
Everything. How is that?
Oh, it looks gorgeous.
That is absolutely amazing. That is actually really good.
Good job. Wonderful.
That's actually really good.
it smells good.
You can always have a little bite, Josh. Sharing is caring. I don't think you can finish that.
This?
Yeah.
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, just like
I know I couldn't finish that. She kind of came over and she kind of startled me, and I started panicking. Oh, okay.
And honestly, this has been one of the best meals I've had on the series so far. The Benedicts were creamy, the hollandaise sauce was perfect, and the steak was tender, and the croissant added a crunch that tied everything together. I absolutely loved it. Even Josh, who's a kind of a picky eater, really enjoyed his buttermilk pancakes. But I didn't just love the food either. I love the restaurant itself. It's small, cozy, and filled with nostalgia and Western memorabilia. Even old menus hanging around.
That you're looking at
Right
there,
there.
that's the handwritten menu.
Wow.
Because everybody read scripts then.
Yeah.
Honestly, it almost felt like a movie set to me, if that makes sense. At least that's the vibe I got. Leaving the restaurant, there was one little issue, not with the place, but with me. Before this trip, I'd been sick for about 2 weeks. I was really ill. And while I started feeling a bit better the day before heading out, by this point in the journey, I was starting to lose my voice.
My voice is really going downhill. I sound like a chain smoker grandma. So Josh, what did you think of the Chuckwagon Cafe?
It was pretty good. The atmosphere was nice. The waiters were nice.
It was actually all pretty good. What are we rating it?
Probably a 3.5 or 4.
3.5 or 4? Actually, I kind of really liked it. I'm gonna give it a 5.
5.
5, not 5 plus. It was really good. I feel like the niceness was maybe a little bit of an act. Did you get that?
It was 100% from her at least.
Yeah, very, very acty. I did have to change out of my shirt because it's so hot. I'm boiling. I really wanted to do the cowboy theme the entire way, but you guys get it, right? We just stopped at this gas station. Josh was told the bathroom is outside, but I don't know where Josh went now. Outside. Josh? I've lost Josh, and I got a sore throat now. I'm wearing an NYPD shirt. I sound like one of those detectives who hasn't solved like a case in like 20 years. And I'm trying to figure it out. Oh, there it is. I found the restroom. And actually, we still got a little bit of a drive too.
On top of that, we were running into another problem. Time. We had a reservation waiting for us in Rocky Mountain House, but there was a 3-hour drive still ahead, and we realized we had to make a tough call. A few locations we wanted to see had to be scrapped, and instead we had to put the pedal down and book it straight there. Otherwise, we'd risk losing our place to stay. And after a long 3-hour drive, we finally made it to our stop for the night, the town of Rocky Mountain House. And fittingly enough, we are staying right here at Rocky Mountain House itself, and it's a pretty unique location.
The good news is we made it to Rocky Mountain House. The bad news is I've lost my voice. Josh is gonna have to narrate the entire thing for me. He's gonna be like Morgan Freeman. And then another thing, we're driving up here, right? There's a lot of road construction, and I thought I lost Josh. So I called Josh, and then he didn't answer. I'm like, oh no, he died. And then I got a text, and the went and took a nap. And the sick guy has to go drive another like 2 hours to check in with no voice. And he's sleeping. What a guy. I've been sick, Josh. What's your excuse? I sound like Mickey Mouse. Whoa. It's either Mickey Mouse or Marge. I'm thinking, oh me. It's very exciting because we got a very unique hotel experience. And we're just packing all his up in my car to, we're gonna go pick it up. I did get firewood. Look at this thing. She said it might last like the night. I'm like, that's the biggest bag of firewood I've ever seen. But I'm like, that's bigger than Lost Lemon, the cheapskates. It's like half the size, the same price, and it's like this giant thing.
All right, should be it.
That's it. Oh, good to go. Open sesame. Are you ready, Josh? You want to go take a look? This is actually pretty cool.
So I guess you want to tie these to get in?
I think so. Let there be light.
And there was light. Thank you. You got the 2 bunks, and then you've got a little table that you can sit at.
We got wooden floors, and what's this underneath? There's another cushion. Well, I will say, Josh, it's a little underwhelming inside, but outside it looks like super sick. I feel like you make it really good. But this is like our home for the night, which I think it's pretty cool. I like it.
I do like it too. I like it. It's nice and cozy.
It is cozy. And then we got a picnic table and a fireplace in the back, right? Maybe that's what the mats are for, because it says they can sleep 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they just sleep on the ground like the peasants. Bed test. It's pretty firm. It's like your gym mat.
I guess then most of the comfort's gonna come from the padding and the sleeping bag.
But the one thing I noticed, Josh, is there's a footprint. Where was it?
A footprint. Oh wow.
On the roof. Where was it? Oh, right there.
I guess maybe while they were setting it up, or there's just like a, what is it? Skinwalkers they call it?
It could be a skinwalker. It could be a lot of things. That's kind of that. I noticed that. That's kind of creepy. Is there any other? Oh, this place is gonna get kind of spooky tonight. Overall, it's pretty good. $70, and you get like free showers. And I think if you come on Sunday, there's like a free pancake breakfast. That's pretty good value, actually.
I think so. Yeah. No, that's. And I guess what is it? 25% off because of that summer deal.
Yeah, with the Canadian Strong Pass, you get 25% off. I think this would be a lot of fun if you had like a group of 5 and you just July long weekend next weekend. We're gonna get 5 guys and we're gonna tear this place up. When I first came here, there was no one at the counter, and so I had to call the lady, and I think I scared her because I have this fucking voice, and she's like this young girl or whatnot. And I'm like, I don't sound like this normally, and she kind of laughed like, oh, that's what serial killers say. I think we kind of get set up, Josh. I feel like this is as cowboy as it gets, almost. I think so. I think it's pretty sweet. Josh, you're a big, strong man. Oh, that's tracking you. Do you want to take the firewood?
Sure.
It's actually like heavy. I'm like, man, I'm so sick. And Josh had a restful nap to energize himself. I know if I pulled over, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get some sleep, I wouldn't fall asleep. So I'm like, I'm better off just going there. You'd be surprised what White Monster and nicotine can get you. You can go pretty far with White Monster and nicotine. It's good stuff. Scary, Josh? I could have been bear. Were you bear aware?
Not that time. You caught me off guard.
Setup is pretty simple, right? We set it up. We're done. I think we get the fire going. It's not camping without a campfire. This is the same as Lost Lemon. I'm gonna try to make a fire, right? Actually, a very nice, big campfire. Josh, you went to like, what the hell was it called?
Cadets, yeah.
Cadets.
Yeah, usually we'd start a fire with smaller stuff, but I think you've got the tissues in there.
I got little tiny stuff right here.
Yeah, well, I think it'll...
Do it first try for me. Josh is like smirking at my fire placement, but you know what? I think it might work. I just need a little bit to catch the fire. Actually, I think I got it. So if I just put that under. You don't want to see my first try on the fire?
Sure, you know what? I'll stay and watch it take.
I thought you were just running off because I got it like first try, and that might have offended you.
Is it going first try?
Well, this one's going, and this is like sort of kind of smoking. So
Maybe like another tissue in the very like base of the fire, or a couple.
so maybe like something kind of like on here.
Yeah, like if you get it caught on fire
Like-
and then stuff it under the base of the thing. Like like under.
Well, Josh' idea has extinguished the fire, so I think that's more on Josh than it is on me. Give it a light again. Fire, fire. Just a little bit. Okay, there. Yeah.
Oh, what do they make these things out of?
And I thought they were supposed to be like environmentally friendly. That's Tim Hortons, you gotta do better. I'm not impressed.
Maybe light it from the base.
There. Oh, dude, that's actually not burning.
You know what? The message here is store your life savings in a Tim Hortons cup.
Yeah, oh, there it goes.
I take that back.
Were you born in America?
My sister was, but
You were born in Canada, and then...
I was born in Nigeria, moved to the United States right after.
Well, this is the first time I'm hearing about this.
What, did I look like I was born in Mexico or something?
Nigeria. That's where we should go, Josh.
No, you don't want to go there.
You don't think so? I do want to say to the viewers, I did get the fire started. That was me. One more thing, Josh. We got Longview Sweet Sensations. We're gonna try some. Dude, the knife doesn't even go through the fucking plastic. I wonder why we're having such a hard time. But this guy looks more like skin to me. Like texture-wise, that looks like skin, though.
Yeah, it does.
You want a little bit, Josh?
Sure.
Like, there's really not a whole lot of flavor. It's chewy. Like, there is a taste to it. Maybe I just had a holes. I can't really taste it. Yeah, it does kind of taste like sweet, I guess. It's almost like the flavor is sweet. Like, it doesn't really have a flavor, but it's sweet. Does that make sense? I don't know. You got restaurants? What the f is that? That's a mouse. There's a mouse. What is he munching on? It's like a leaf.
Probably used to being fed if it's maybe, or used to eating whatever scraps are left.
Alright guys, so it's anti-fun time at Rocky Mountain House. It's now a little past 11, and it's now quiet time, which is fine by me, because my voice is absolute shit. So I'm hoping tomorrow, after a really good night's sleep, and trust me, it's going to be a really good night. The mats didn't look too appealing, but as soon as I hit it, I'm going to be out. But hopefully my voice will be fixed, or at least a little bit, by tomorrow. And we're going to finish up the Cowboy Trail, which I'm super excited about. So I'll see you guys in the morning.
Looks like something did get in overnight and have a munch at something. Those are the main bathrooms and showers. You're gonna see how clean those are. This one's a toilet and a shower. Maybe we can just check this one. Now the lights are back on, that's good. Looks like they have a change table, which is nice. That's probably from the light and water being off yesterday. Someone wasn't able to flush that down yesterday. I'm sure that's probably what it is. And the ones that are just bathrooms only. Looks like between July 29th and August 31st, they have a free pancake breakfast every Sunday. Oh, that's not free. I don't know why I said it was free. It's $12 or $6. Alright, now let's go explore the showers on the other side of the building.
So how was my voice in the morning?
Good morning, guys. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. No, my voice got so much worse. Now I sound like the Godfather from, what's that Iraq movie? I'm gonna have to look at that. Desert Storm. I sound like the Godfather. Josh, you come here. Disrespect my family.
Understand the efforts.
Is that a reference?
Yeah, The Godfather. You guys sounds like this.
I've never seen it.
You haven't seen anything. The only thing you've seen is Veggie Tales.
I have seen it.
Yeah, my voice is absolutely shot.
At this point, things weren't looking great. We weren't gonna finish the Cowboy Trail. For one, I could barely talk now. My voice was almost completely gone. Two, it was raining hard all day, and walking around in that wasn't exactly appealing. And three, we still had an 8-hour drive back home. I definitely underestimated just how big this trip was, and we were trying to do it in a very little amount of time. So instead, we decided to at least explore Rocky Mountain House, since it's actually a really interesting place, and we were already here.
This has been a disaster. Actually, no, it hasn't. It's a lot of fun.
Now, Rocky Mountain House might look like a quiet little town today, but it actually started as one of the most important places in Western Canada's early history. Back in 1799, both the Hudson Bay Company and the Northwest Company, two big fur trading companies, built posts here right next to each other. The Hudson Bay Company was the older one, founded by the English in 1670, and the Northwest Company was ran by the French and Scottish traders. Now, both wanted to buy furs from the indigenous people so that they could sell them in Europe. So they competed fiercely by building trading posts close to each other, kind of like how you see a McDonald's and a Burger King across the street today. These posts were small and remote, and nothing like the fancy forts run by officers in uniforms, but rugged places built by traders, laborers, and families. And inside you would find everything: fur presses, blankets, barrels of pemmican, which you can think of it like an energy bar, and piles of trade goods from all over the world, things like tea, gunpowder, glass beads, and copper pots. All of it was traded with indigenous people who brought in furs, meat, and supplies from across the plains and mountains. In 1821, after years of competing, the two companies finally merged under the Hudson Bay's company's name, but they kept calling the post Rocky Mountain House. For a while, it became a key hub for exploration. David Thompson, one of Canada's greatest map makers, used this as his base while searching for a way through the Rockies. With the help of his indigenous guides, he found House Pass, though that didn't last long. The Blackfoot Nations, angry that traders were arming their enemies, forcing Thompson to find another way north through what became Athabasca Pass. But between all his journeys, he ended up mapping almost 4 million square kilometers, nearly the entire western half of Canada. And there was also a few other notable people that passed through here too. Artist Paul Kane painted scenes of the fur trade. Captain John Palliser explored the region during his famous expedition, and Charlotte Small, the Métis wife of David Thompson, was one of the very few women who traveled those routes. The post itself went through a rough history too. It was built, burned, then abandoned, and rebuilt multiple times over 76 years. Some seasons, the traders would arrive to find the place completely empty or destroyed, and they would just have to start over. But Rocky Mountain House always held its name. Even after the fur trade slowed down, the post finally closed in 1876. Then by the early 1900s, settlers began arriving for farmland and opportunity. They came by horse teams through thick forests and muddy trails. A post office then opened in 1909, the railway followed in 1912, and soon after, the modern town began to grow around the old fur trade post. Today, Parks Canada preserves what's left of those forts, making it a National Historic Site, a place where Canada's early trade, exploration, and settlement history all come together.
I'm not seeing any buffalo. Shocker. There's never any buffalo. Anytime I want to see a buffalo, and I know they're bison, I don't care. I actually don't care. Josh, where's the buffalo? So how I'm recording is I'm basically, you're inside the poncho with me, and I'm just like sticking the head out. They got like a lookout tower. So this is what you would be doing like all day. It's just kind of watching out for stuff. It kind of sucks up here. But all right, Josh, How do I pronounce this?
The name?
Yeah, teacher.
Miyuto Takewin.
Miyoto Takewin. Takewin.
Miyuto Takewin. And then it says Oki.
Yeah, okay, hello.
And it's like Kitsuki
Kitsi Matsimoko.
Matsumoka.
Oh, that's kind of creepy. I kind of want to take a look. Huh. It's like a bunch of different cloths tied up. Look, that's kind of weird. Super weird. Oh, I have lost Josh. He's wearing a bright orange thing. He must have went this way. If I was a betting man, Josh would want to see what's over here. Aha. I knew it. Huh. Inside a teepee. Kinda cool. Nothing really here though. No, if I said, yeah, I'm gonna give Rocky Mountain House solid 4-2. I really had fun. I think that's sort of kind of it for the Rocky Mountain House. We're gonna go to the town, I think, get some food, and I think after that we're gonna head on. Oh.
Before heading out of Rocky Mountain House and making our way home, we made one last stop at a place that's very unique to Western Canada, Burger Baron. Starting way back in 1957 and founded by Jack McDonough, either in Calgary or Lethbridge, people aren't too sure which one came first. But what everyone does agree on is that Burger Baron was the first drive-in fast food chain in Western Canada, even before McDonald's made its way up here. In the late 50s and 60s, it spread like crazy. There was a Burger Baron across the prairies and even into the States. But the rapid growth didn't last. When the evil American chain started moving north, Burger Baron collapsed under the pressure along with internal struggles and went bankrupt. And that could have been the end of the story, but it wasn't. In the 60s, a man named Rudy Kemeldin, who had immigrated from Lebanon, bought a Burger Baron in Edmonton, and he turned it into a family business, bringing over relatives and friends from Lebanon, helping them open their own Burger Barons across Canada. Since then, it's grown into this loose network of independent owners, all with different menus, recipes, and even signs, but the same name and the same spirit. So while most of the original franchises are long gone, Burger Baron still lives on in small towns all over Alberta. Trying it out myself, I thought it was okay. It's fast food is what it is. And the burger itself, I got a Canadian burger and it wasn't too bad. I also got a strawberry milkshake and I thought that was pretty good. I even got mozzarella sticks and that one I did not care for. Like, it was all right, but nothing special. So me and Josh decided we're gonna give it a 3 out of 5. Would it be something I would eat again? Yeah, probably in a quick rush, but that's about it. Leaving Burger Baron behind, it was about a 6-hour trek back home. But we figured we had time for one last stop before calling it a trip. Cochrane. Cochrane started back in 1881 with the creation of the Cochrane Ranch, named after Senator Matthew Cochrane, one of Canada's early ranching pioneers. It was the first large and privately owned ranching operation in what would become Alberta. Set up along the future CPR route thanks to its good grazing land, Chinook winds, and easy access to cattle. But the ranch itself didn't last long. Harsh winters and bad luck forced it to shut down by 1888. But it helped kickstart settlement in the area. The town grew around it as the Canadian Pacific Railway came through, with the first post office opening in 1887 and steady growth through the early 1900s. By 1904, Cochrane had its own grand hotel, the Rocky View Hotel, which still stands today as a historic landmark downtown, and it's got that old Western charm, and honestly, I think I might have to come back and stay there. Let me know if you would want that. It looks really cool. Over the years, the town seen a lot from fires and visits from royalty like the Duke of Connaught in 1912. That's Prince Arthur, the 7th child of Queen Victoria. We wanted to walk around the old downtown, and there's a few unique places to check out, like the Starlight Portal, which is apparently Canada's largest alchemy bowl store. Okay, that's definitely unique.
That's the largest
Largest what?
singing bowl store in,
What's a singing bowl?
you know, like the bowl. We're gonna show you. Oh, no way. I found some dowsing rods, Josh. We can use this to find your drone. We talk to spirits with this, and I'll ask them where the drone is, and it will guide me to it. It is $33 though, but those are like the singing bowls, and you do that, and you're supposed to like take like one of those things and like swing it around, I guess, and like it makes sounds. It's supposed to have healing properties. I was so tempted to buy those dowsing rods.
Why?
Because I can locate your drone, John. I can talk to spirits and it will lead me. You not believe me?
I'd rather not find out.
But really, we're here for one reason, to find an ice cream shop they say is world famous, McKay's Ice Cream. It's one of the most famous ice cream shops in all of Alberta, and it's been running here since 1946. It started when James and Christina McKay took over the town's old general store. A couple of years later, in 1948, they started making their own ice cream in the back, just to give locals and summer travelers from Calgary something special on a hot day, and that's how the legend began. By the 1970s, ice cream had become such a hit that McKay's dropped everything else and turned the shop entirely over to ice cream. In 1976, they served over 4,500 cones in a single day, which is still wild to think about. So it must be pretty good, right?
What if where we're from?
It's kind of interesting.
A lot of the popular places do that. Like you got Osaka, Tokyo. I think some of these are kind of like, there's no one from Siberia. But I guess
Pins like everywhere. There's like I came from Go Island with all the albatross.
they're like mermaids.
What one was that?
Saskatoon berry.
Yeah, do you want like a cup or a cone? We also just have regular ones as well.
What did you get, John? Okay. I'll do the waffle.
What'd you get?
I'm gonna do that Saskatoon berry. I didn't know if I would like it, so I wanted to just try it.
It'll be $6.75.
It's really good ice cream.
Thanks.
Yeah, I didn't think I would like the Saskatoon berry. It's actually, this is pretty nice. I'll try my ice cream, Josh.
I think that'll be good. So this is the old part of the city.
Yeah, I only like walking down like these kind of old parts. Optometry. What's that?
That's where you get your eyes checked.
Is that what you call it?
Optometry.
I call him an eye doctor.
I noticed some of these places seem to have an old sign on top.
Mm-hmm.
And then the sign that's lower is what the place actually is.
Well, I really like those old lights. I don't know what they are. But this one just has a tire chain to the building. Oh, they put their plants in it. This is actually, I should have got your cup, Josh, because it's turning into a mess.
You should have got a cup, yeah. Well, I hate ice cream cones.
You don't like ice cream cones?
No, not in public. I'll eat them in private, or I can get messy and chill
No.
and be happy.
I don't know, I already got a camera pointing at everyone, so it's like, I guess it could be a little messy. Is that an owl on top of it, Josh?
Where?
Right on top of the building.
Oh,
Or is that a fake one?
Well, it's a fake owl.
You're happy to get napkins, did you, Josh?
No, because I had it in a bowl, so I didn't.
Are you making fun of me? Can't a man have a succulent ice cream without being judged with how messy I am?
No.
I'm kind of gutted too because I spent $20 buying this umbrella, and it rained non-stop for us to get here. As soon as we get here, oh, I can use our umbrella, Josh. I bought one. Not even a speck of rain. But it is kind of like very portable.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
And it's spring-loaded, right? So it's like a spring switch. Oh, wait, what am I? But this way, I'm not hiding the camera in the poncho. I think it's a pretty good idea. It's pretty nice. Okay, I'm gonna put this thing away. Oh, and it also, like, you press the button, right? And it's like spring-loaded. I think if I put like a knife on that, it's legal. I love this. I love chickens. Look. Statues of chickens. I love that. Look at this guy. What?
You're rubbing a fake chicken.
That is a really cool chicken, mind you. So I think that's kind of the end of the video. I gotta talk really quick because I won't be able to do this. Overall, the Cowboy Trail, it was pretty good, right? We did Longview, we did Cochrane, we did Rocky Mountain House, stayed in a Métis trapper tent.
At Diamond Valley.
Oh yeah, and Diamond Valley. Yeah, we did actually like a decent amount of things, but we kind of ran out of time for the most part, and my voice is gone. It's really hard to talk and communicate as a YouTuber when you can't speak. Overall, I had a lot of fun. I know what to do next time. We do need to finish the Cowboy Trail in one of these videos, but we got basically to the end. I think we did everything that was worth doing on the Cowboy Trail. But yeah, we did Chuckwagon Café. We got famous beef jerky. We did it all. And overall, I'm pretty happy with the day. And so hopefully you guys liked the video. Like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Oh, bye-bye, guys. How's that?
That's good.
I don't think I can actually do another take with my voice. I can't believe I lost my voice during this.
Wandering down the highway, I'm always on the go, searching for those hidden gems.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you made it to the end of the video, like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. It helps me out. And if you really like the video, on the screen I have some other videos that you can check out that's similar to this one. And hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one.